Hello everyone, Nika here with your daily neuro nugget. I hope you're having an amazing Friday. So we have a lot to talk about today. By the way, since you are already here, you might as well like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you like my awesome shirt, leave an emoji because I love emojis. Now, some people have asked me and thanked me on Memorial Day, or they send me cakes, and that's great. That's great, thank you. But that's more for Veterans Day. Memorial Day is more about remembering all those selfless individuals who gave up their lives for our rights, for our freedom. So I always urge people, if you can attend a Memorial Day event near you, please do so. They can be quite somber, and it's just good to step away and to remind ourselves that these people gave their lives for us, and that we should not let the government strip our rights just like that. Because at the end of the day, our country it's us. It's we, the people. It is not these three-letter agencies. It is not the courts. It is not LE, okay? I may talk negatively sometimes and point flaws out within LE and within the government, but that does not mean I don't love my country. So have a great Memorial Day, and let's get this tea started. So this is what I have for you guys. You asked me, you gave me $20, and this is what I purchased. So rose lavender chamomile tea here, and it's very hot, so I'm gonna pour it here to cool it off because it's 85 degrees here, I think, in Chicago. So cool. Thank you, by the way. Some of the leaves are going to the mug. This is heat proof. Let's try it. Yummy. So the rose is extremely high in L-theanine, which can enhance mood and alleviate anxiety. And of course, lavender is amazing because it tastes very good. It smells very good, very floral, somewhat perfumey, but this can help reduce stress and soothe the GI tract and can actually promote fat loss. So kind of neat. The chamomile in here is probably the most favorite for me in here. It's subtle, it's sweet, it relaxes me very, very quickly. And studies actually have shown that extracts of chamomile can potentially treat hysteria and reduce nightmares and insomnia. So if you have had any of these teas, let me know down in the comments. This is an amazing combination. Very, very good before going to bed. So I'm not a doctor. Talk to your doctor. If something happens to you, I will not be held responsible. You will not sue me. And be careful because all of these have or may have potential side effects. So don't do what I do. Cheers. Now, yesterday's video, I talked about potentially Lawrence Mowery being on the stand, right? And I guess Philly News was right because he was there. He showed up. It was not Ray. It was not Bethany Funk. It was Lawrence Mowery, the computer detective. Now, it was close to 3 hours of pure alphabet soup. And yesterday's video, I had mentioned that his training, per some of the articles that I had found, was supposedly 5 weeks. But when I watched yesterday's hearing, it seemed like nobody knew how long he has freaking trained for, because he went on to say that he had trained for 2 days. And then later on, he changes that statement and he says, actually, They were 2 days at a time. So he was so confused about his own training. And isn't that something you should know right off the bat? This is a very important training in the most important case of your life, Sir Lawrence Mowery. And you can't tell me the type of training that you have had. Also, somebody did mention that according to the CAST manual, the training manual, they need at least 500 hours to be fully trained. So did he train for 2 days or twice, 2 days at a time? Either way, that does not amount to 500 hours. So it seems that we have another case of an untrained officer, which again seems to always come back to Moscow PD. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. So the manual was actually put into evidence, and I think that is great. Now, when Ann Taylor was asking Mowery questions, oh my goodness, to me, he just seemed to like mumble heavily, and it was word salad. It seemed to me that he was trying to avoid answering the questions, and he was nearly inaudible. Like, I could not hear him. But when the prosecutors were asking him questions, he was a completely different person. He was alert, awake, confident. His posture even seemed to change. I could hear what he was saying. So I think either Anne intimidates him in a way, and I think it's because Anne did a great job. She asked amazing questions that exposed how idiotic Moscow PD truly is. I mean, this guy knew he was coming to this hearing, and it seems that he didn't even train for it. Nothing. He didn't really answer any questions, and the ones that he did answer, the answers were not what Billy wanted to hear. I can feel yesterday's hearing raising my blood pressure today, but I don't have high blood pressure, so we're okay. Now, one must wonder, does Mowery actually know his job, or did he find one of those detective badges that come in the cereal boxes? I should really put this on today. I feel like Mowery should be gifted one of these. Should we send him one of these to Moscow PD? I could see them trying to arrest me, but they're not gonna. I think he needs one of these. He definitely needs a special police hat. He really earned his hat after yesterday. Now, so many red flags. So many red flags, okay? Mowery said he did not save any of his work. And I'm over here like, have we not been taught to save our work since first grade? You save your work. When you do basic math in school, you show your work, because otherwise, how did you get your freaking answer? This detective, again, who gave him his badge, or did he find it in a cereal box? Because how do you not save your work? Now, while Ann Taylor is questioning Mowery, I'm also observing the background, and although it's blurry because it looks like they're filming on a freaking $3 camera, I can see Billy, Santa over there in the corner, and the whole time, almost 3 hours, he looks up, like 8 times, maybe 10 times the whole time. So 99% of yesterday's hearing, Billy is keeping his head down. And all I can think is is he cringing about Mowery's answers? So yeah, Bill, keep your head down. You really should be ashamed. And that to me was hilarious. Billy didn't really say much. And I think it's about time he shut his trap, because he never really says anything intelligent, in my opinion. So Mowery then basically said that he had received the information that he needed, but he actually didn't open them. So AKA, that translates to he didn't do his job. Why is he getting paid again? You didn't do your job. You didn't document anything. So this professional software forensic police detective doesn't appear to know how software even freaking works. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the best with technology. I'm filming literally on my iPhone. I'm not the best. But I think I could do a better job than him, because how do you not save your work? And was he not using outdated software? And when Anne goes and asks him questions about the information, and that if he remembers looking at it yesterday, he says, I don't recall. I don't recall opening it. Red flag. But then he says that he actually did look at some information the days before the hearing. And while all that chaos is going on, all I can think of is Bill Thompson, because did he not tell us in the last few hearings that it was the FBI's fault? It's the FBI, it's the FBI, it's their fault. It's not us. The FBI is holding up the CAS report. But now we have yesterday just learned that it's not the FBI's fault, right? It's because of Mowery, because he didn't save his freaking session at all. So there is no report. And when Ann Taylor says, well, if you did not save your session, am I able to see your work? Nope. He says nope. That is frustrating for me, but he comes across as uneducated, unprofessional, untrained, fake detective. That's what he looks like up there. He's making himself and the prosecution look foolish. So this computer cop is apparently too busy in Moscow Police Department to do his job. That should be the title for a newspaper article. Moscow cop, too busy to do his job, knows zero anything about computers. Okay? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the best of the best according to the Secret Service. What a freaking clown. What a freaking clown. Now I'm all worked up. So, it's just a matter of time before everything gets exposed. I'm telling you, the truth always comes out. Sometimes thousands of years later, but it always comes out. And this is coming out very quickly. Very quickly, Ann Taylor is showing how incompetent Moscow Police Department is and has been throughout this whole investigation. So we will have to stay tuned and see what goes on for May 30th, which is the next hearing, I believe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you watched yesterday's hearing. What did you think of it? Because in my opinion, if you did not think that Brian Kohberger was innocent, I think a lot of people, if they're actually watching and actually paying attention and actually remaining open-minded and unbiased, yesterday was a rude awakening for a lot of people. I hope. Because if you cannot see the problems with yesterday's chaotic hearing, then we have a bigger problem as a species, maybe. Hopefully that's not the case. Again, have a great weekend. Have an amazing Memorial Day. Remember, don't give up your freedoms, your rights, and that includes what? The right to a fair trial. Meaning what? Meaning innocent until proven guilty. Remember, this man's life, Brian Kohberger, his life is on the line. So don't be quick to judge, because I am 1000% sure that if it was any of us or a family member, we would want everything to be analyzed, especially when we have incompetent computer detectives that don't even save their work, that don't even know how to use a computer, that can't remember if they opened the software yesterday. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful holiday. Leave me an emoji if you like this video. Bye-bye. And drink your tea.